What's up, y'all? It's Kamikaze MMA coming back for another video. UFC 301 just took place. Alright. Y'all see the thumbnail of this video? I think I'm gonna do half Elvis Brenner, half Steve Erceg. Only two fights I really cared about, only two underdogs I picked, I think. No, I picked the Ernesta Carquete, which I think she won. Brazilians love to rob, I'll tell you that. Now, I'm not saying Brazilians in general. I'm saying Brazilians in Rio when their fighters are fighting there. They love to rob, okay? Damn. Let's get it started. Alessandro Costa versus Kevin Borjas. Good fight. I told you Kevin Borjas is a good striker. Alessandro Costa looked amazing, though. He looked amazing. He looked really good. I think you could do a rematch between him and Steve Erceg for a title shot. I really do. Not too much to say, though. I didn't get to watch the full fight, unfortunately. So, it sucks, but it is what it is. Well, I rewatched the full fight, but I didn't get to see it. I was going to PetSmart. I had to get a new thing for my dog. But it is what it is. Ishmael Bonfim, Vince Pichel. Ishmael should have finished this fight in one round. He should have. It's okay, though. Vince is tough, I guess. 41 years old. Hasn't fought for how long? Since 2022. Hasn't fought for 2 years. He's 41. I mean, yeah, I guess he's tough, but he got KO'd in his first UFC fight ever, but it is what it is. People get tough, I guess. I don't really know how the UFC works sometimes, but it is what it is. Ishmael Bonfim should have finished this fight. Looked good, though. Looked composed. Looked like he could beat some top contenders. Now, though. Before his before fight was a little too much, like, I throw everything I want. Which he started this fight out with. Vince Pichel just isn't dangerous. He's a 41-year-old man. He just isn't dangerous. So, yeah. I mean, that was the story of that fight. But moving up, Dione Barbosa versus Ernesta Carquete. I think Dione easily won the first round. And then Ernesta easily won the second and the third. I don't really think this was much up for discussion. I was like, oh, wow. She's just definitely going to win. And then when Dione won, or Barbosa, I'm going to call her, because I don't know if she pronounces it Diane. I don't know how she pronounces it. But when she won, I was fuming because I picked the other girl. But I was fuming. She didn't win this fight, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments, but she didn't win this fight. She didn't win this fight. I'm sorry. If you think she did, you're a little weird. Marcio Rufi had the second best performance on this entire card. He looked amazing. He looked very good, very composed, very, very sharp striker. And I told y'all, bro, this dude is not 5'9", okay? They had him listed at 5'9". This dude is a 6'1", maybe he's 5'11". Jamie Mullarkey's then 5'9". Jamie Mullarkey is not 6 foot if this dude is 5'11". This dude looked like he was 1 or 2 inches taller than Jamie Mullarkey. The heights make no sense in the UFC. They never get the accurate height for their fighters. Please get the accurate fight. Just once. Just once get the accurate fight. Or height for the fighters. Like, it's annoying. But it is what it is. So I have a little puppy running around. She's just trying to grab all the cords right now. I don't know why. I guess it's a stage in puppyism. Whatever. Joaquim Silva versus Jakar Close. Called this fight. Not exactly. Jakar Close didn't look that good. Joaquim Silva just shows up in most fights. Like I said, lightweights aren't that good. Which kind of was shown by the next fight. Elvis Brenner versus Oralby. Elvis Brenner might be my favorite lightweight. He might be my favorite lightweight. Max is my favorite lightweight, but if Max goes down to feather, Elvis Brenner is going to take his spot. Now, did he almost win this fight? No. Did he look good in this fight? Not really. But he showed some heart, my man. And Oralby is good. He's way good. I underrated him. He's a lot better. I thought the weight cut was going to do some damage to him, too. Lightweight's his weight. He's pretty good. I don't think either of them are going to be too good top contenders. I don't think Jakar Close is going to be a top contender. I think you could make Elvis Brenner versus Jakar Close for the next fight. I think that would be pretty good. I mean, like, come on. Joaquim Silva looked just as good against Arman, if we're being honest. Like, he looked just as good against Arman. Arman's not that good. Lightweight's not that good. Some weight classes don't make sense. There's a couple of weight classes that I just hold in higher regard. But that's regardless. Welterweight's a better weight class than lightweight, in my personal opinion. I know that's going to be a big topic, and everyone's going to hate it, but in my opinion, it is. It is. But it is. It is what it is. It's whatever. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Yasmin Luciendo. I think I fell asleep a couple of times during this fight. 6 to count. I fell asleep 2 times each round. Nah, all jokes aside, wasn't a great fight. Luciendo has some power in her punches. Carolina doesn't look like she knows she was being punched. Like, I don't know. It's weird. She would get hit with, like, one of the hardest women shots I've ever seen in my life, and just... like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. It's funny to me, but... Joe Anderson Brito looked way worse than I thought he would. Way worse than I thought he would. Man, he has zero technique, it looks like. He just goes out there to swing. He's got some good wrestling. Got some good leg kicks, obviously. But he went out there to swing. He did. So, it's cool. It was a good fight. Now, the stoppage. That doctor needs to go to jail for robbery. Not burglary. That man was armed when he robbed that shit. That genuinely made me so upset. I don't think I can, like, explain how upset that made me. Like I said, I wanted to see Joe Anderson Brito throw Jack Shore around. That's not what happened. Jack Shore was looking good. He was looking good in this fight. And then this little doctor, who's probably never actually taken care of a patient before, they just called in a random street doctor from wherever, and was like, if I stick my finger in this bloody hole, for some reason blood comes out. Stop the fight, bro. They don't do that for, like, if you got a poke right here, or if you got a cut right here, right? They don't do that, right? Am I tripping? Do they do that? Please leave it in the comments, because I really don't think they stick their finger in the hole or open the hole and poke to see if it's gonna bleed more. I think that's illegal. And I think Jack Shore should be compensated. I think he should be compensated. I think this fight should be an immediate rematch. Jack Shore should be compensated. And, yeah, it was upsetting. It was upsetting, to say the least. Moving up to the main card. This is kind of a quick video because Brazil kind of just made me mad with this card, to be honest. Ishmael made me happy. Alessandro Costa's performance was pretty good. The Barbosa fight was a complete robbery. The Marcio Rufy fight looks amazing. One of my new favorite fighters. Elvis Brenner, one of my new favorite fighters. Joaquim Silva and Jakar Close fight was pretty good. Just both of these fights, both of the lightweight fights, just look like technique went out of the door. The second they had any resistance or they got tired at all, technique just went out the door, which we can't say the same against for the championship fight. Obviously, it's championship fight, but it's Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg's been in the UFC for shorter time than everyone except for Oral By, but it's Oral By. How long is Elvis? Elvis maybe has been in the UFC for less time. July, February. Did Steve Erceg fight in February of this year? Did he start later? Let's see here. Steve Erceg first fight was June. Yeah, so Steve Erceg has been in the UFC for shorter than Elvis Brenner. And it's whatever. I'll just talk about the rest of the main card. Starting off with Caio Baraujo KOs Paul Craig. Yay, yay. I'm about to pull guard on you, son. I'm about to pull some guard. You know the funniest part about this is I was in the grocery store when this fight was happening, unfortunately, because I just needed to go to the grocery store. And I had to call my brother. And I was on the phone with my brother. And he just wouldn't let me get off the phone. So I was like, finally I got off the phone, got back to the car, and we're already in the second round. And I hear DC, or John Anik, I think it was DC though. DC goes, it seems like Paul Craig's caught up on strikes. Like, literally 5 seconds later, he's KO'd flatline KO'd. I don't know. I'm not going to rewatch it. I don't want to rewatch a Paul Craig fight. I'm not going to rewatch a Paul Craig fight. No offense. I don't dislike Paul Craig. He's just not intimidating, bro. He's just not. I told you he's not intimidating. Now, Caio should have gotten it in the first, but he didn't. But it is what it is. Now we're going to get on to the the light heavyweight fight in a little bit, but damn. This fight was pretty good for the 5 seconds that I got to see of it. I don't know if Caio was losing or Paul Craig was winning at first, but I don't really care. The second I started watching, Paul Craig got knocked out because I knew that what was going to happen, you know? I think I said second round. I could be wrong, but I think I predicted a lot of these fights. Like, at least the ones I got right, I think I predicted them quite accurately. The Costa fight, I think I said it would be in the second round if Costa got it. The Bonfim fight, I didn't predict. The Barbosa fight, obviously didn't. The Rufy fight, I think I said first round KO. I think he said he's sending him to the Shadow Realm almost instantly, which it took him a whole round, which I was a little surprised about. But he was just having fun, to be honest. Jakar Close, I think I said second round KO or decision, so I think I got that one right. I didn't think that Elvis Brenner was going to get finished, so I'm going to take this as a W. But I obviously didn't get it right. Oralby looked better on the feet. Elvis Brenner looked like complete shit on the feet. Complete shit. Like, maybe shootbox is just not good for striking. Maybe we just so highly overrated Charles Oliveira's striking because it's like he's fighting people who can't grapple. So it's like the second they get a knockdown, they're like, oh shit, I can't really beat this guy. Unless I flatline him, I don't know what I'm doing. But this dude could grapple. Elvis Brenner showed that. I think Oralby might be Charles. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Oralby might be Charles. And that sucks. That really sucks. I'm a huge fan of Charles. Huge fan of Charles. I think Oralby beats him. I think Oralby beats Saryukian. I think Saryukian's pretty bad, though. No, I don't. I just hate him so much. I hate Saryukian so much. I'm letting a little delusion get in the way. I think Oralby versus Charles should be next, though. That's a great fight to make. Oralby versus Saryukian versus Charles is a great fight to make. That's my dream matchup right now. Because if I could see Oralby go to sleep by striking, that would be great. Or by chokes. Which also, this card proved that guillotines don't work in MMA. Almost every single fight on this card proved it. Except for one. Moving up the main card, Michel Pereira with the best performance of the night versus Ihor Pereira. In my opinion, the best performance of the night. Bro, he's a killer. This one, he got a guillotine, but it was a standing guillotine. I prefer those. Could ask anyone, if I get you in a standing guillotine, it's pretty much over, you know what I'm saying? You out like Leota. You're not out like Ihor, because Ihor fell weird. You're out like Leota. You know what I'm saying? You ain't tapping. You ain't having time to tap, baby. Michel won. I'm happy Michel won. I'm sad Ihor lost, especially in that fashion. It was kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. He's not that good. Paul Craig beat up Shogun on the feet. He's not that good. Okay. Moving up. It was a late notice fight. Michel Pereira's a future middleweight champ, most likely. Obviously, Ihor's not really a test. Neither is the Michal Olenzacek. Kyle versus Michel Pereira next. There's no other matchups to make in middleweight. Make that matchup tomorrow. Thank you. Moving up to oh, I almost jumped off my balcony because of this fight. Anthony Smith gets a win. How does he get a win? How does he get a win? Vitor Petrino beats him up bad on the feet. Beats him up bad. What does Vitor think? What's a good thing to do against this wrestler who's talking about like all his grappling accolades, how he's the best grappler in the whole division because he's delusional. How about I shoot a takedown on him, put my head in a guillotine, and this is the best part, put my head in a guillotine, pick him up, and then slam myself into a guillotine. Vitor Petrino has an IQ deficiency. And I think he just wanted to get choked out by Anthony Smith. Maybe he has a pig fetish. All right. Maybe he has a pig fetish and you want to get choked out by a pig. I don't fucking know why he put himself in a guillotine. And he picked up Anthony Smith like he was a baby. Picked up this grown man that's the same size, same weight as you, right? They're the same height. I think they're the exact same height. Picked this man up like a baby and was like, you know, it would be a great thing to do. Slam him like this. Not move his legs over, get to side control, and get a Von Flue choke, get something. No, let's slam him straight down. Let's slam myself straight into a guillotine. Most of this video is going to be me complaining about this fight. And I had 3 minutes to watch. Or 2 minutes. I had 2 minutes to watch this fight. Like, I don't even know what to say how angry I am. I'm genuinely angry. Now, if Jose Aldo lost, I would have probably jumped off the balcony. But Jose Aldo got the win, so we're okay. Anthony Smith can get a slide today. Get a pass, bro. Man. If he fights again, he's going out cold, I'm telling you. Put him against Alex, bro. I want him to get a championship fight. Let's put him against Alex. Let's see if he could do the same thing to Alex. Because I'm telling you, Alex has at least some brain cells that he's not going to jump into a guillotine. He's not going to be like, hey, Anthony Smith, do you want to take my back and choke me out? Do you want to? Let's see if for 5 minutes, if you can have my back, have me flattened out. Let's see if you can really choke me. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to knock him the fuck out. Which Vitor should have done. But Vitor was like, I wonder. Oh, bro. I wonder. What? Why, bro? Why? Just sit. Just sit down on your punches. Just pull guard if you're going to pull guard. Don't try to take down Anthony Smith, bro. You're the way better striker. Maybe you're a good grappler. You haven't shown that. You haven't shown that you're a good grappler. You're a way better striker. This man moves at 5 frames per second. You're a way better striker. KO the old man that has almost 20 losses. KO him. Don't take him down and get guillotined, bro. Whatever. Moving up to my 2 favorite fights of the night. And I'll tell y'all why. First off, Jose didn't retire, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he retired. So we might get ranked Jose. And I'm going to say a hot take here. I'm going to give you a hot take. Jose Aldo beats Merab in Brazil 10 times out of 10. He beats Merab in Brazil 10 times out of 10. You know why? Because they're going to break that shit up. The second they see Merab going, hello, please. I'm a fan of Merab. Please stay here. Hey, break it up. Hey, please stay here. Break it up. Hey, please. Like, it's just going to get broken up. And Jose's going to catch him with the left hook that everyone catches Merab with. Everyone catches Merab with that left hook. Jose's not going to tire out. In my personal opinion. Now, obviously, Merab's super good. He is one of my favorite fighters, don't get me wrong. I think Jose Aldo beats almost everyone in bantamweight besides Merab, besides Sean O'Malley, and besides Corey Sandhagen. Those are the only 3 people. I genuinely believe that. Bantamweight rankings. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go through the rankings. Tell me who you think you could beat Jose Aldo. Let's go. Pedro Munoz, not beating Jose Aldo. Proven. Ricky Simone, not beating Jose Aldo. Mario Bautista, not beating Jose Aldo. Jonathan Martinez, didn't beat Jose Aldo. Dominic Cruz, not beating Jose Aldo. Kyler Phillips, might beat Jose Aldo. Probably not. Umar might beat Jose Aldo. Probably will beat Jose Aldo. Rob Font, no. Song Yadong, probably not. Davison Figueiredo, no. Henry Cejudo, no. Marlon Vera, no. Peter Yan, maybe. Corey Sandhagen, yeah, Corey's beating him. Corey's definitely beating him. Sean's definitely beating him. Merab most likely will. I mean, it's proven that Merab can. But in Brazil, Jose's taking that ass. Jose's taking that ass to Brazil, baby. He's taking that ass. Oh, come on. Come on with that. Oh, my gosh, bro. Stop showing me Pantoja winning the fucking belt. I don't care, bro. He did not win that fight. Moving up. It's a great segue. Bro. It was a robbery. Not the biggest robbery. But it was a robbery, bro. Come on. Come on. Steve Erceg whoops Pantoja's ass. Whoops his ass in the 5th. No, that was the round that decided it. Maybe not for the one ref that gave 4 rounds to Pantoja somehow. But that was the round that decided it, in my opinion. I think it was 2-2 going in the 5th. Steve Erceg beat Pantoja's ass in the 5th. Beat his ass. Pantoja's the best grappler in all of MMA. I don't care. I don't care. He's the best grappler in all of MMA. And it is what it is. If you disagree, get a life. He's the best grappler in MMA. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're going to say. He is the best grappler in MMA. I don't care. I'm not watching ADCC. I've never watched an ADCC championship. I don't care. I'm watching MMA. I'm watching the UFC, where it has in their rules damage. But it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Life goes on. Steve Erceg's the new Rocky Balboa. That's what I'm going to title this. Elvis Brenner's one of my new favorite fighters. Marcio Rufi's one of my new favorite fighters. Pereira's been one of my favorite fighters, both of them. Anthony Smith is now my least favorite fighter. He's now my least favorite fighter on the entire roster. Maybe Vitor might be my least favorite because he jumped into Anthony Smith's guillotine. Anthony Smith shouldn't have had a chance to win this fight. He shouldn't have had a chance, but he won. I love Jose. Would love to see him fight some people in the rankings. I think he beats a lot of these dudes. Like I went over. I think he beats a lot of these dudes. I think he beats a lot of these dudes in the featherweight division if he moves back up. Maybe not. We haven't seen him in the featherweight division for a while, so I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to name names. He beats a lot of people in bantamweight. Jose's good. Jose's still good. Jonathan Martinez isn't that good, though, like I've said. He's not that good. He's not terrible. He's not bad. He's just not that good. Possibly one of Factory X's worst contenders. Or at least worst in the rankings. I'm tripping. Anyways, Steve Erceg is the next Rocky Balboa. I mixed him up with this big dude Francis. Now he's Rocky. He's Rocky Balboa. Okay, he's the people's champs. That would have been my post fight speech. If I was Steve Erceg, I would have been like, I beat this dude's ass. I'm Rocky Balboa. Okay, I'm coming for that belt. Who's the fuck? Muhammad Makayev. Y'all probably already know where I'm going with this, but I was trying to think who's a dangerous Russian for flyweight. Oh, bro. Oh, I want to die that I just said that. Oh, man. Muhammad Makayev is not a dangerous Russian, bro. Who can even fight next? He can't fight any of these dudes next. Maybe Alex Perez. Pantoja, or not Pantoja, Erceg versus Perez. Or Erceg for the immediate rematch. But they're not going to do that. That's wishful thinking. Maybe Alessandro Costa, get him into the rankings. Because he could be in the rankings now, to be honest, after that Steve Erceg performance. Steve Erceg should go to #1 contender, though. I told you, bro. Brandon, okay, I might take it back. Brandon Royval might be the worst from Factory X. I live near Factory X. I'm kind of calling myself out here. But I do. I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm gonna stick with it. Jonathan Martinez is the worst contender. Now Steve Erceg whoops that ass. Steve Erceg, Brandon Royval whoops that ass. Okay, no chance. No chance. He has as much chance as Anthony Smith to beat Vitor Petrino. That's how much chance Brandon Royval has to beat Steve Erceg, okay? Yeah, I'm salty. I'm not usually salty, okay? But I'm salty about that. I didn't have a good day, all right? I needed to see... At least I got to see Paul Craig. But I genuinely kind of like Paul Craig. But it's whatever. I'm excited to see Anthony Smith rumble on about how he's the GOAT and how he should have how he should have Alex Pereira as his next fight. I'm excited to see him ramble on for days about how his next fight is going to be Alex Pereira and there's no discussion. And the UFC might give it to him, bro. I don't know. They might. Is he even ranked? I don't think he's ranked. He's ranked number 10. They're going to give him the title shot. I'm calling it. Who else deserves the title shot? Magomed? Hell no. Magomed's never getting the belt. Magomed gets the belt. Cut light heavyweight. I don't want Magomed ever carrying that belt. Ever. That would be a shame. A shame to the UFC to see Magomed Ankalaev even carrying the flyweight belt, bro. Magomed Ankalaev? Ugh. That's all I gotta say when I hear that name. Ugh. Same with Anthony Smith, though, but I'd rather see Anthony Smith in a title shot because he has no chance of winning. But maybe he's going to maybe Alex Pereira's going to take him down and give him his back and let him choke him out. I don't know. All right. Closing off the video. Gonna just say one more thing about every fight. Steve Erceg's Rocky Balboa. Alexander Pantoja's the best grappler in MMA. Jose Aldo could beat most of the contenders except for the top 3 at bantamweight. I think he should be ranked number 4 now. Jonathan Martinez is okay. He's okay. Anthony Smith is terrible. Vitor Petrino is worse. Vitor Petrino needs to get his head checked out. I'm worried for him. If he thinks like that's a good decision, I'm worried for him as like a human. I don't know if he can take care of himself. I don't know if he has a family or if he can take care of them. You know? Maybe he thought Anthony Smith was attacking his family. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Vitor should get checked out, bro. Hardcore. Michel Pereira's awesome. Ihor Pereira is probably going to get cut. So, you had a good run, my man. You had a good run against Rodolfo Bellato, though. That was a good fight. You got KO'd. Probably going to get cut. Go to PFL. You'll probably have a good shot at PFL, honestly. And you could get $1 million. So, I want to see Ihor move to PFL. That would be nice. Paul Craig, Kyle Barajo. It's the most satisfying fight of the card, in my opinion. Because I got to see 5 seconds, and it was the only 5 seconds that I wanted to see. So, prelims, Jack Shore needs his... Dana White needs to give him a $50K bonus for the doctor sticking a finger in his leg to see if it would bleed. Joe Anderson Brito's not that good. I overhyped him so much talking about him. I overhyped him a lot, but it is what it is. Carolina Kolinkevich, whatever her name is, she doesn't know what it's like to get punched. I don't think she has sensations in her face. Maybe she has Botox. I don't know what it is. She can't feel punches. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool superpower. Yasmin's going to be a champ. Strawweight's awesome, though. I like women's strawweight. They usually put on good fights, even though this fight wasn't that good. Oh, no. I like flyweight. I don't know why I was saying I like strawweight. I don't mind strawweight, but I don't love it. I like flyweight a lot, though. Elvis Brenner is one of my new favorite fighters. Mictabek Oralbai is a lot better than I was expecting him to be honest. Uros Medic is good, like I said, but I wasn't expecting him to be championship. I'm not expecting Uros to get a championship. I could see Oralbai getting a championship. Probably not against Islam. Could beat Charles. He could have a good fight against Saryukian, I think. Dustin Poirier. What does Dustin Poirier fight look like? That's interesting. Joaquim Silva, Jakar Close. Both of these dudes don't really belong. Not terrible. Joaquim belongs in... I think Joaquim could fight Francis and belong for at least a round. Just kidding. Alessandro Costa and Kevin Boras. Like I said, Boras is good. Costa's better. That was kind of just all I was saying. Ishmael Bonfim, Vince Pichel. Kind of embarrassing from Ishmael. Ismael. Is that how they say it on commentary? I feel like I've heard John Anik say that. Could be wrong, though. He should have finished this fight in the first, second, third latest, but he gets a decision. Cool. He would have gotten the decision if Vince Pichel would have beat him up for 5 rounds. He would have still gotten the decision because they don't... Unless... No, there was a one fight where they didn't give the decision. Yeah, Mictabek. I was expecting them to call that a draw. That Elvis Brenner fight, they should have called that fight a draw, 100%. Because they were in Brazil, not because it was a draw. Which it could have been. It could have been a draw. I don't fully think Elvis Brenner won that round, so I'm not gonna stick to like, oh, it should be a draw, but it definitely could be a draw. No way Brenner wins that fight though. No way. But it could have been a draw. I wish it would have been. I would have made like 400, 500. Actually, I wouldn't because, Anthony Smith got choked. Or choked out Vitor because Vitor has no brain cells. Whatever. Ishmael Bonfim, slightly embarrassing. Ernesta Carcarate is good. She's good. Barbosa's okay. Shouldn't have gotten the win, like I said. Come on. 53 to 39 strikes. Now, the accuracy. The accuracy percentage is terrible. But it's okay. The takedown percentage, though, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm a fan of Ernesta now. I'm going to be looking out for him. I'm a fan now. Rufy's great. Rufy's the best lightweight that was on this card, right? Let's make sure that was a correct statement real quick. Best lightweight on the card by far. By far the best lightweight on the card. That's crazy. How did they have this guy so low? Why'd they have this guy so low on the card? He's way better than... He's knocking out Oralbai. He's knocking some sense into that caveman's head, boy. I like the smile Oralbai did after Brenner got into top mount. Like after that run, he was like, "Good job, little brother," and then he got beat up. And then he won the round in the end, but Oralbai versus Marcio Rufy is the fight to make. That's the fight to make right there. Or Oralbai versus Charles if you want to rush him, but why rush him? Who cares? And I think Rufy might win this fight, to be honest. So, y'all have a good night. I was going to make like a 10, 20-minute video. 30 minutes because I needed to rant tonight. Alright? So thank you if you stayed this long. Comment down below if you stayed this long, and I'll give it a big old heart. I'm sure no one will comment that they stayed this long. But if you did I'm going to give you a big old heart. Alright? Big old heart. Alright, y'all have a good night. UFC 301 was good. I don't want to see any more cards in Brazil, though. I don't know if I said that already or not, but that's kind of my whole point of what I got out of this card, besides Steve Erceg, is literally Rocky Balboa. He's Australian Rocky, which is so cool. That's a cool thing, to be Australian Rocky. But yeah, y'all have a great night. I don't want to see any more cards in Brazil. I'm so it already made me mad enough when they disrespected Glover. But now I just can't trust the officials there anyways. I can't even trust the officials there. Like, oh my gosh, I just can't. I don't want any more fights in Brazil. Maybe in Brazil, not Rio. I don't want any more fights in Rio. They've shown that they can't do it. Like, every time they have a card there. Now, maybe not every time. Maybe I'm being let me see. Let me see all the cards in Rio. $134. Let's see how good this card is. Anderson Silva versus no one. Shogun versus Forrest. Yeah, this looks like it was a fun fight. I'm sure it was. Jose's the real king of Rio. Peace out, y'all.